I'm gonna show you how great I am. Great I am. Great I am.
This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I wanna fly, can you take me far away? Give me a star to reach for, tell me what it takes, and I'll go so high, my feet won't touch the ground. Just hitch my wings and pull the strings. I bought these strings that all fall.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Kirsten here, and I am back with another video. I've been meaning to film this video for like ever, but I'm finally getting around to do it. So I'm excited to be filming and talking about how I manage my busy work and school schedule. I'm currently a second semester freshman taking 18 hours a semester. I work 20 hours a week without, like, not including privates and paid performance gigs and stuff that I can additionally pick up. I solely like work that much in a week, so it's a lot, but it's fun and I love it, and I'm not super stressed usually. I do have moments where I'm like, it's usually just like a day, and then I just hustle, and I'm not one of those that, like, when I'm stressed I like to just like relax. Like, I feel like I cannot breathe until I get stuff done, which is kind of a bad thing, but usually it turns out good because then I just accomplish so much and then I'm back to my normal happy state and it's all great and fun. And yeah, I am currently going through one of those phases, not phases, but you know, I think it was yesterday where I had that kind of like freak out where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to turn in 4 assignments, I have 2 hours, let's do it. And what I've noticed is that I like to start my work pretty early. At least last semester I did everything that I could access that was posted assignments wise, like very early on, way before it's due, so that I can like be on top of things. But as far as this semester with my 18 hours, I have been doing a lot of note taking, and I feel like that's taking up a bunch of my time from me completing assignments. Of course, I always turn in everything on time, but I'm not doing it like a week before like I normally do, so it's kind of making me feel stressed, but I'm always getting it done regardless. So it's kind of me trying to find a balance of, like, I guess, confidence, knowing that I will be able to do it no matter how excellent I am in school. I always feel like if I don't do it like 3 weeks early, I'm a failure. So I have to kind of get out of that mindset and just let myself, you know, take my cute notes, breathe, take my time on assignments, and then turn it in whenever I can. And yeah, so I guess what I will say is, like, from last semester, what I did was take, you know, my iPhone's notes page, you know, a little yellow icon where you can like type random things into your notes. I would make like a to-do list there and then just like use emojis to like check things off. And what I would do is make like a full kind of, yeah, like to-do list, but like for the entire week. So it'd be like Sunday, wake up, privates, church, and I would put little things like homework. I would not really specify the homework assignments, but I would, you know, make sure that I put down I needed to complete homework. And then also I would go onto my UT events calendar and just see like what fun social things are happening, so that I could attend those and, you know, be able to get out of the dorm and have fun and spend time with friends and stuff like that. So it's also a great thing that I like to do. And then I would put like my work schedule, like what time I had to be at the dance studio, maybe what time I needed to travel for something, whether it was a gig or any other brand deal, and just like things like that, just writing it down. Sometimes I do it in my spiral, which I will show y'all, but usually I just do it on my phone. And then let me think, I also try to like I kind of mentioned this earlier, but like with the UT event stuff, making sure that not all of my to-do list is like super serious. When I do stuff, like I used to make to-do lists where I only would put my homework and like kind of stressful things. So then seeing all of that and being like, I don't want to do this. By having those little things that I like actually do enjoy, like dancing, you know, I'll put down when I have to, or not have to. You see, I say I have to, but I don't have to do any of these things, but it makes me feel like I, you know, need to and want to, because I do, like want to take dance classes and stuff like that. So by putting in like, I don't know, 5 to 6 p.m. jazz dance class and then going to that, I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. And then if it says like 7 p.m. homework, cool, like let's do my homework. And then I'd get it done and then have a really good productive day. And then also like as far as my sleep schedule, last semester I definitely like went to sleep before midnight and woke up at 9. So like getting a lot of sleep, sometimes it was 9:30. I definitely was well rested. And what I've noticed now that I'm taking more hours, it's usually I try to shoot for like 12:30. Sometimes it's 1 a.m. and then I don't usually get up after 9 anymore. Like it's 8 a.m. or 9, but nothing later than that. So definitely less sleep, but I don't feel that exhausted, so that's good. I think I got way too much sleep last semester, which like it's obviously a good thing, but I don't think I need that much, and it's better if I can use my, you know, extra 30 minutes or hour doing something productive. And yeah. Anyways, let me maybe talk about, oh yeah, I was gonna show you on my to-do list. So this is one I did like briefly. I don't know what made me turn to my spiral. I think I accidentally made too many like gap pages or like empty pages that I thought I was going to use but ended up not using. So I was like, okay, I can make a to-do list. Okay, so this one's not like one of my prettier ones, but like for example, Wednesday 9 to 10:30 stats, 11 to 12 bio, 2 to 3 nutrition, 3:45 to 5:45 stats. I don't even know what that means. Oh, you see, I'm writing 4:45 stats because that's when I needed to go do my stats lab. So I was gonna leave dance early that day, and then I put TTV, which is like the studio I teach at, and then 5 to 6 p.m. stats, 7:30 John 15. 6 to 7:30 Barcata, which that's the dance class. John 15's a church group that I'm a part of, and I have a lot of friends there. And then I put on the side like finish pre-lab by 2 p.m., pick up packages, eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. I like write down what time I'm gonna have dinner and lunch and breakfast, just because if I don't usually like make note of it, it just makes me feel like I'm holding myself accountable in a way, even if it's just for little things like food. Get John 15 merch, just like a little reminder to do something. Send an email, won't specify. Do these modules for something, and then I'm trying to think of like other notes. Choreograph combo, make Instagram reels, optional dance class, schedule YouTube video, choreograph dances, eat dinner, complete syllabus assignment, just random things. But like I said, it holds me accountable, and I don't know, I didn't really find a difference between it being on my phone versus on paper, so you can kind of choose what you like to do. Let me show you actually my spiral. So this is, I write really small. This is my statistics like notes page, and it's with a little green thingamabob. And then this orange one is like miscellaneous. Back to stats. This is where I had a bunch of gap pages. for statistics. Then this light pink is bio. Then I have my like miscellaneous page again. That's kind of with like my what's it called, to-do list and random things I want to jot down. This is nutrition. Yeah, my nutrition's page. It's a darker pink. Blue, I still am like trying to remember what color each thing is. This is ethics. Nutrition. You see, I just like having these tabs because I can like look through. This lighter yellow is Sunday church notes. Trying to think if there's any other color. Nope, there's no more colors, but yeah, I like the spiral. I didn't really take any notes last semester, and I'm trying to like do it. I don't know if it's gonna work or if it does anything. I was pretty successful without it, but I do enjoy writing, and like, I don't know, it makes me feel better. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll do a follow-up when I do my, what's it called, like second semester or like freshman year recap kind of video, and I'll let you know how it went, I guess. And yeah, as far as like working, I feel, I'm gonna say one more note about school. I do not recommend early Zoom classes because you, at least what I've noticed is like I always go to my classes. Of course, like when they're in person, I'm always there. I'm always usually towards the front taking notes and like I'm a pretty good student. But then when it's Zoom and it's in the morning, I actually have been doing very well this semester paying attention, but last semester I had a chemistry class early in the morning on Zoom, and like, I don't know if it's just the subject or what, but I didn't really pay attention as much as I should have. I still did really, really well in the class, but that's just because like I had prior knowledge going into it, but that's not the same case for everyone. So if I had advice, it would be to not take early Zoom classes. I actually do have one now. It's not that early. It's 9 a.m. and it's statistics and it's on Zoom. And I don't know, I feel like because again I have prior knowledge, I like don't have to pay attention as much, but I do really love math, so I'm definitely more focused, and like I said, I've been taking notes and stuff to hold myself accountable, so it does help. But if you are not a note taker and you just don't like to wake up early, don't do it. You might think that like once you go into college you're going to change, but usually you won't. Or at least not freshman year. So just like do what's best for you. And then for dance and like working, what I feel very in control about that part of my life. Like if I kind of mentioned this in my resolutions video, but I do have like a goal for myself to make a certain amount of money, but I usually surpass it by a lot. And now I'm at the point where like if I don't want to have a bunch of privates on the weekends because I need to focus on school, or like maybe I'm just like not, I say like in the right headspace, but that's not like, it's kind of not that serious or anything ever. It's probably just like I don't have to work if I don't feel like I'm gonna give it my all, or like if I'm tired or had a long night, I don't feel like I'm in that place anymore where I have to like go to work or do this, do that. But what I do like about having a work schedule is like I have to stay on top of things, because I always know usually like around 3 I have to go to dance class, or to the dance studio to teach. And if not all of my work is done by then, am I going to do it later in the day? Probably not. So it does make me and like force me to be on top of my schooling and homework assignments and all those sorts of things. But as far as the weekends go, like I said, that's kind of very much up to me. Something that was new for me this year was choreographing a bunch of routines. You know, it started off with like 2 solos, and then it turned into like 10, and it was very much like I would get a text and ask if I wanted to help somebody with their routine and choreograph for them. And you know, obviously that you're never prepared for that, or at least I wasn't, because I usually only did my own solos. So getting asked and asked and asked, I had to, you know, you want to be on top of that for not just yourself, but like for the dancer that you're choreographing for. But now knowing that, for next year at least, I know I have to like set aside time for those things. And last semester I was just kind of like figuring things out, and I didn't anticipate getting asked to do a bunch of choreography, so it didn't like interfere with anything at all. But I do know that like in that time period I probably could have been doing more school, or I don't know, more school events, and I was at the studio a bunch. So like I said, it's just kind of navigating what you want for your life and what makes you feel happy. And for me, it's both. I love school and I love to teach and I love to choreograph. So I'm going to continue what I did last year. Being prepared for it especially will be beneficial for me, because like I said, I do love both. But like, if you just feel like you're being forced to work or like, that's not going to be very enjoyable. So I do recommend you finding a job that like makes you happy and makes you grow, because that's super important. You don't want to be somewhere just to like make money. You also kind of want to have good skills, or you know, just get something from it other than the money, because it is taking a bunch of your time, and time is money. So you have to just like utilize it to your advantage and make sure that you're growing from what you're doing. And I feel like I'm growing every single day with what I do, especially because I am wanting to be a professional dancer. So things like that, and choreographer. So like I said, it's difficult to navigate, but you do want to make sure you are up for the challenges. Don't like limit yourself just because you're like, I don't know, don't limit yourself. I'd say like try to do what you can, I guess. Just like try it out. You won't know until you try. So like I said, I got asked to do a bunch of choreography. I did it and it was fine. But like, I remember looking back being like, oh my god, can I do this? And I could. So now I know that I'm able to do all these things and be successful and be able to handle school and da-da-da. But again, not everyone is like that, and nobody is the same. So you might have to take a step back and be like, you know what, choreography is more important to me. Let me take on what I can. Let me give all of my best effort and energy into it. And maybe not take as many hours at school. You can do that. Or if you're super focused on school and I'm just giving an example. Obviously you all aren't dancers, but I'm just using dance as an example. It could be any sort of job. It could be, I don't know, any job, literally any job. If you do want to focus on school more, then obviously make your workload less, especially if it's not something that you're extremely passionate about. And I feel equally passionate about school and dance, so I find that my schedule's pretty equal. And yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing, but it works for me. And so take my advice with a grain of salt. I hope all of that made some sense. I don't know if it did, but even if it didn't, next time I do a recap of, you know, college and freshman year and all those things, then I will, you know, clarify those details then. But yeah, I love you all so much. I hope you have a blessed day, year, life, etc. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye. Also, I am just a freshman, so like, who knows? Next year I might have a much like tougher schedule and like not be able to handle everything that I put my mind to. But that's to focus on later. Why stress about it now? See what I'm saying? Anyways, bye. Love y'all.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
It all started with a dream.